Welcome back to Google Forms 10 Essential Tips. With step number one, we're going to go through the setup process of naming the file, describing it, and even adding a few little bells and whistles. So, when you first create a new form, everything is just untitled and it's default style. So, the first thing we're going to do is name the form. And in this webinar series, we're doing a fundraiser survey. So I'm going to rename it Fundraiser Survey. What I'm typing on the screen right now is what the viewer will see when they take the survey. So if I were to click on the eyeball right here and open it up, what I've just typed in is what the viewer that's taking the survey will see. Okay. On the top left-hand corner is the file name as it will appear in Google Drive. So if you don't want several forms in your drive called untitled, go ahead and name that. But if you start with putting in the title for your viewer and you just click on the file name now, it will automatically update to whatever you've named the form survey or quiz. Now, the second thing you're going to want to do is file it away. So unless you've created it in Google Drive in a folder, you now need to file it away, just like you do with any other document or spreadsheet. So you're going to click on the file here and choose Move to Folder. And so in this case, we don't have a folder made yet. So we're going to create a new folder. And so we'd go and select a place in your drive. First, we want to click on all locations and then choose drive. And then we're going to choose new folder. So I'm going to call this forms training. And I recommend if you're following along, just go ahead and do this. Like create a forms training folder because I'll refer to it later with other items in the tutorial. And then I'm going to put June 2024 so I know exactly when I did this. And then click on create. And it will move this form into that folder. Now, this is important because we're also going to create a spreadsheet later, and we're going to work with some other files when we start using Autocrat, if you're going to stay for the automation part of this. So now that you filed it away and organized it in Drive, you can edit the description. So you can add things like our fundraising event is coming up. You can put the website, so you can have a website. So if I highlight this word, I can hyperlink it to any website you want. You can add bulleted lists. You can donate time, you can donate money. So just think about what you want to put in the description, because you can put as much as you want. You can put the date of the event, the time of the event, a link to visit the website. So there's a lot of things you can do. Think about in advance what you want to put in here and have it ready to go. Don't waste opportunities to provide information or ways for your audience to engage if that's what your hope is to do. This is also good for teaching as well. All right, so now that you've edited the description, I'm gonna hop into tip number one. So this part of it, if you're new to forms, now you know how to create a form and name it and file it away. If you've used forms for a long time, you may have found yourself frustrated with decoration, because if you go to decorate a Google form with a header or an image, you might end up with an image file that just doesn't fit properly in your form. So I'm going to show you a quick tip, an advanced tip, going into the customizing theme option. So to edit the view of the form, go to the paint palette up at the top. And then let's go ahead and look at our options for decorating the form. You can change the text style, so you can have different texts, okay? And you can change the color theme right off the bat. You can make it look different. However, you also have the option of putting in an image. And for those of you who are new to Google Forms or in a hurry, you can use a stock image. So you can just grab something stock and you can put that in your Google form. However, let's say that you wanted to have a custom image. So you wanted something specifically geared toward fundraising. You could, I'm going to X this image out. You could click on choose image, and you can upload an image that you've downloaded to your computer, right? So let's say you found an image on the web like this fundraising tree, and you open it up and you want to put it into your um, form. And if you look at the screen here, you can't resize this. You cannot put this square image. It has to fit in this rectangle. The rectangle is actually 1600 pixels by 400 pixels. Okay. So if I've already lost you, you can stop playing this video now and stick with the stock image that I showed you. But if you're curious about how you can customize the proper image, I'll show you how. So when I click on done here, I don't end up with that square tree. I end up with a portion of it that looks kind of blurry. However, I can click on choose image and I can upload something I've made in Google Drive. And I'm going to put a video on how to do this in the description, but this is a Google Draw that I set up as 1600 by 400 pixels, and I've inserted the image and added some text just to give you context. So this is it, and then I click on done. And now I have the image I want, and in addition, some other items here as well. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, you can do it very easily by creating a Google Draw, customizing the size to 1600 by 400, editing it and downloading it as a PNG. There's a video link in the description here that shows you exactly how to do that. All right, so now that we've done that, in the next video, we're going to learn how to edit our response settings before we start working on actually building our form.